Hello and welcome to this video. My name is Aniruddha, call sign VU3FML. In this video, we are going to see how to upload a new firmware into the Anytone 878 handheld radio. To do this, we need a CPS software and the new version of the firmware suitable for this model. So let's get started. The first thing that you need to do is go to bridgecomsystems.com website. Here, click on support. If you scroll down, you will see Anytone 878/878 plus handheld support. Click the link that says Anytone 878/878 plus CPS firmware. Click on the link of the latest CPS and firmware version. You will see that it will download a zip file. Unzip the zip file and extract its content into a folder. Here I have extracted the contents of the zip file. Here you will see version 1.23 CPS, which is the computer programming software, and version 1.23 firmware. Here you see the files of the firmware. We are interested in .spi file. And here you see the executable file of the computer programming software. So first thing you need to do is install this software, and then we'll see how to update the firmware into your handy. Now there is another thing that one needs to look out for. Those are the drivers of the USB. It's possible that your version of a Windows will automatically install the drivers, but if it doesn't happen, then you can go to powerworks.com and scroll down for software downloads and scroll down, and you can get the USB programming cable drivers over here. Here you can see the first link, Anytone 878 drivers for Windows 10, 8.1, 8 and 7. You can download those and install the drivers that are necessary for it. Okay, so hopefully you would have installed the CPS, the computer programming software. Here it is. This is how it will look. Ignore what's written here. This is what I had programmed, but for the sake of this video, just ignore it. But this is how the software will look. Now, if you have noticed, the version of the CPS is 1.23 and the version of the firmware is also 1.23. So make sure that both match. Now I have already connected the radio with the provided programming cable. The radio is shut off right now. It's not on. I have connected this cable to the USB port. And now the procedure to update the firmware starts. You need to put the handheld radio into the programming mode first to update the firmware. So for that, what you need to do is, here's the PTT button. So we need to press the PTT button and the PF3 button, which is the blue button at the top. You need to press them together, and while they are pressed, turn on your handy. As soon as you do that, the red LED will start blinking here. That's when you will come to know that the radio has gone into the firmware updation mode. Now go to the icon here and select the COM port that is been assigned. Now the communication with the radio has started. Go to the tools and click firmware and icon update. Here click the open update file and go to the firmware folder that we had downloaded earlier. So the version 1.23 firmware. Click on the .spi file and click open. The file will load and now you have to press write. This will write the new firmware onto the radio. The process takes a few seconds. Make sure that you do not switch off the radio during this process. The firmware will upload and the radio will boot again. Okay, the write has been completed. We just wait for the radio to boot again. We need to go to menu and scroll down to settings and then scroll down to device info. So if you scroll down, you will see the firmware version 1.23. That's the one that we uploaded. So that's it. This is how you upload a new firmware into the Anytone 878 radio. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you have not already subscribed to my channel, please do so. It gives me great motivation and encouragement to put up the content that you see. Thank you very much once again.